Super Falcons show class against Canada. At least it ended in a draw. That's a good one there. After all, they were not beaten again, just like it happened in the first leg. Welcoming you on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Achishafe. Joining me is Olawale Peters. Good to have you.
Good morning, Adeni. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, at least let's actually look at the first story trending. Well, even though Canada played against Nigeria, but the first story is the fact that a lot of Nigerians have been waiting concerning NFF deploying the technical committee on the list of Super Eagles probables. That's talking about the coaches, but this time around, we are looking at the fact that NFF shortlist ex-Barca PSG coaches for Super Eagles. And we are looking at them, about 3 of them, but at least Pizarro has been added now. Well, that's the short list. Well, hopefully the NFF will actually pick one of them. From the way it is, ex-Barca coach is Ernesto Valverde. You have Laurent Blanc, former PSG man, and you also have Philippe Cocu, who has been picked from Netherlands, and not forgetting the man that was there before, though a contract was offered before everything went down, talking about Jose Pizarro. Now, let's start with the fact that out of the 3 of them, plus Pizarro now, I checked their profile, and I looked at Pizarro seems to be the one with the least, if it's about CV now, Pizarro seems to be the lead, although the oldest is 60 or 62 thereabout. You have Valverde is 58, Laurent Blanc and also Cocu 51, 53 thereabout. But as it says, all of them, they play football, at least at that level where they play for their country. Some play for their team, Barcelona, PSV Eindhoven, Manchester United, Inter Milan. For Laurent Blanc, who was with France, and also for Pizarro, well, he coached and also played football briefly. He coached some teams like Venezuela and all that. But really, among these 4 coaches for Super Eagles, who would you pick?
Nobody. I won't pick anybody. And the first question is it that all the Nigerian coaches that we have, nobody apply for the job?
So why the foreigners
That's the first
now?
question. Is it that none of them applied for this job? Or is it that none of them didn't meet the criteria?
Or they applied, they were not given the chance?
That's what I'm saying. Or is it that there's a criteria set by NFF, known to them alone, that so people should be? Because I don't understand the reason why you'll be shortlisting 3 or 4 candidates without any Nigerians. So they need to come out. This is what we've been talking about. Okay,
is it that they don't want Nigerians anymore? That's why they went for foreigners?
I should ask that question.
I'm not with NFF.
If they don't want, they should let us know. Because I see no reason why, if you are shortlisting 4, you should give the Nigerian coaches the fair opportunity also to compete with others. Not that from the word let go, you will not be. And if they really want to be open, they should have let us know that these are the criteria that we use in selecting or shortlisting these 3 or 4 people. By then we will know that, okay, none of the Nigerian coaches qualify or meet their criteria. They didn't tell us that. We didn't know that. They just told us. They are bringing it to us again. That we are, and look, from what you said now, but that's the truth. Pizarro is the only coach among the 4 coaches that have a bit of African experience. He has coached Al Hilal. So he has been in Africa for a few months, not that long. Others, they don't have it. And sincerely, if you want to get it right, number 1, we have to look at a coach that is very good when it comes to grassroots development. That is the number 1 criteria that we should look at now. We're still making reference up to now to Western of Bonfrejo. What they did, they went to the grassroots. They picked most of the players then from the local league. That is what I think we need. So from the 4 coaches that you've mentioned, I didn't see any one of them that have this grassroots development or mentality. That's number 1. I didn't see any one of them that knows how it is to play or to coach African team. No prior experience concerning that. Look at what the Ghanaian team did. They brought their own coach, supported by...
Otuado was supported by Chris Uti, but at least Otuado is the main man.
He's the main man there. It's part of them. He understands African. That is it. And they knocked us out based on technicality. So that is what I think we need this time around. But it's so unfortunate that they are bringing it to us again that these are the four coaches we are shortlisting and we're going to pick one of them. And you're going to pick Pizarro, God forbid. Why don't you allow Iguafon to continue? That's the truth. Sincerely, Eguavoen is not good, Pizarro is not good, but why is it that they're always giving us something that they know it will not last? We don't really need that. What we need now is an open process. Let them tell us the process. Sincerely, from all these 4 coaches, I don't see any one of them taking us to the promised land.
Let me actually ask you a question. If out of these 4, because a lot of Nigerians are not happy, I remember Nigerians are actually divided by with this issue of foreign coaches and also home-based coaches. Some are saying, okay, you should allow another Nigerian to take over. Some might even say, okay, it's not justified that Amuneke was let go after spending just a very short time with Eguavoen. They should allow him to take over, or maybe another person from Nigeria should at least be given the opportunity. Well, from the way it is right now, which Nigerian coach do you think, if given the opportunity, because now we have 2 options, is it that they allow the Nigerian coaches to apply, just like you said, or they applied and they felt, no, we don't want blacks anymore, we want to go for foreigners, let them come in, we just want to make things, we want to go international. Is that the criteria that you, but if that is not the criteria, as a Nigerian, which coach would you pick that will at least fit into, at right now, coach the Super Eagles?
Okay, you said something about Amuneke. The 3-4 months that he spent is not enough for him to be dropped. And he wasn't the chief coach assisting Eguavoen. Whatever he likes to tell Eguavoen, the ball stopped on Eguavoen's table. Why don't you give him another chance?
To see what he can do.
To see what he can do. What about Sunday Olise? Some people will disagree that we don't need Sunday Olise, but I think we need someone that doesn't take no for an answer.
And someone that can look at those players and tell
that is what we are talking about. We are talking about someone that will instill discipline. Because part of what the team, the Super Eagles, they are still lacking is they are not disciplined. Now, by the way, let's look at what Victor Osimhen, his comment against Victor Ikpeba. About a few weeks ago, because he criticized him that you had better opportunity than doing the bicycle kick. What Ikpeba has achieved in his life, Osimhen is yet to achieve half of it. Ikpeba has won African Footballer of the Year. He has been at the World Cup twice. So that shows that discipline is lacking. If, okay, Ikpeba and Eguavoen, they are the same, they are teammates. What if Eguavoen was the coach? So does that mean that Ikpeba cannot correct Victor Osimhen with the statement he uttered? So that shows that there's discipline lacking in that team. So we don't know what is going on underground, but from that comment and that statement, it shows that we need someone that has that discipline, that will instill that mentality into the team. Sunday Olise is there also. So we have a lot of them, the same way that NFF chairman, Amaju Pinnick, going around turning himself to sales manager, marketing manager, publicity manager, NFF president, traveling all around. We have a lot of Nigerian coaches also. I think Jonathan Akpobori also. We have a lot of them that are doing very well. Why didn't we invite them? Give them the same opportunity we are giving the other people. Then from there, we can now see that, okay, we've given our own people the opportunity. They did not merit it. They didn't meet the criteria. Then you go for it. So we have a lot of people that can do this job. The question is, why didn't they shortlist them, and what are the criteria they use in shortlisting the 3 or the 4 people they shortlisted?
And you look at the fact that Philippe Cocu, Ernesto Valverde, and also Blanc, you look at the 3 of them, plus they say they are considering Pizarro to join them, making it 4. I was like, out of the 3, plus it's Pizarro now, none of them now, because they are just coming to take over Eagles. It's not as if I'm not seeing them changing anything, because the same players, they are in Europe. They know most of the, okay, these are the players that have been playing, and they just pick them again. And if care is not taken, something like this will still continue.
I hope the issue of the predecessor, better than the successor, will not come up again. I hope we will not say, Kai, Eguavoen is better than this new coach.
Because interference will still come in.
Definitely will still come in.
Play this player, don't play this player.
Because if the process of selecting or giving you that job, it is not an open process.
And I'm very sure, sorry to cut you, and I'm very sure right now, no matter how transparent these buttons have been, they started pressing buttons now, appoint, get my candidate, get this. This one, we, at least, no matter how politics will be behind this, since you are picking one of them, expect. I still don't understand how we run things, but really we need to, okay, those clubs that we copy abroad, the way they pick their managers, even though at times it goes wrong, but at least we've seen where most of the one they picked actually goes well. How come that we don't look at, okay, how did you guys do it? Now you pick 4 or 3 that you don't even know which one can pick. Valverde, Blanc, Cocu. To me, 3 of them, if you want to pick one, it will be very hard for you to pick. When you check their CV, I went online, I checked each person, and I looked at the fact that, yes, most of these guys, when they play football as a forward, as a centre back, good. What they did in football, in Europe, then when they transform into being managers, what they also do with all the clubs they play or they coach or manage, the same thing now, they come to Super Eagles and you check that most of them, for a while, they've been jobless. Coming to Super Eagles right now, who we know, the Eagles, the player themselves need to change their psyche. They need to change their mentality if things must go well.
Okay, I think we are good in promoting a dead brand when it comes to coaches in this country. I remember those days of Philip Trozé, Boran Mocinovic, all these people that you have to go and Google and say, Ty Libret, where are they coming from? What are they
Last
doing?
Lagerback.
I don't really understand how we come about it, but the truth is that I think we need to take a leave from what the Everton
management did.
No, the supporters.
Okay.
What they did when they wanted to appoint the coach, and they mentioned 3 coaches, and they said, no,
we don't
want this. This is what we want. I think it is high time for us also to do the same thing, to borrow that good from them and said, no, all these 4, tell us the criteria, the process in selecting them. Why didn't we have 1 or 2 Nigerians to compete among these people?
At least 1 or 2 Nigerians.
We need to do that. If you don't do that, what they are doing is that they are just testing the water. Let's throw it at them if everybody keep quiet, and we will keep quiet. It is until when we go to the Nations Cup, we now say, oh, they didn't perform. No, the foundation is already wrong and bad. These people, they don't have the issue of African football. If they want to play Lesotho tomorrow, if they want to play Tanzania tomorrow, if they want to play Ghana tomorrow, they'll be bringing their own technique from the hero.
Which is quite different from African style.
That is not what you don't need to use that technique. That is what happened against Ghana, because all the Ajabos that were put in the Super Eagles, they don't even understand what it takes to play the derby against Ghanaian teams. It's a game of strength and pace. Simple as that.
And Eagles were tired.
The first time I'm seeing Eagles getting tired.
Hopefully things will just go well concerning the Super Eagles. We've been talking about the opportunity or the chances of who is going to be picked among the 4 shortlisted coaches. Now, though 3 mentioned, now they are saying they are going to be considering Jose Pizarro. The man that was earlier actually second there. But now let's move away from Eagles. Hopefully, let's see who they will pick among these coaches. Let the best man be picked, and hopefully it's time will actually go well with the Eagles. Now let's talk about our ladies, Super Falcons. They also did well by playing 2-2 draw against Canada at the Langford Stadium over there in Victoria. They tried their best. The first match they played, they lost 2-0 to Canada, but this time around they buckled up. In fact, they were leading 2-1 before their lady Sinclair was able to at least get one back to make it 2-2. But I love the fact that our ladies did not just they didn't lose the second one. They at least came up with something better.
They have been making us proud since, but we don't realize it. It is now that we begin to realize that they have been doing very well. Sincerely, I think the first match, that's the first leg that they lost, has to do with the fatigue. That's the truth. Most of them arrived at the training camp like 12 or 14 hours before the match. So the jet lag and the tiredness really weighed them down. And the result, we saw what happened yesterday, early this morning when they played 2-2. We scored the first goal before they equalized, and the second before they equalized, even because of the mistake from the keeper that led to their first goal. We did very well, and that's one good thing about game of football. It's not about you winning all the time. Even if you lose or you draw and you play a fantastic game, in fact, you'll be very happy. I watched the match and I was happy.
For the way the ladies played.
Very happy with the way they played the game. And you won't believe that Nigeria currently we rank 39 FIFA ranking, and we play against Canadian team that they are 6th.
And also Olympic champion.
The Olympic champion. And look at what we did. We gave it all out for them. Sincerely, they did very well. They've made us proud. I think we should just look at what we need to do to correct some of our mistakes, especially when it comes to communication between the defender and the keeper, because the two goals we considered, the first one we considered is lack of communication between the keeper and the defender. Then the second goal is set piece also. We have about 3 Nigerian defenders going for a ball with only 1 Canadian that not. So there should be that communication, that organization needs to be done at the center back. We need to learn that before we go to the Nations Cup in Morocco.
A lot of Nigerians don't really have much faith in Randy Waldrum, the coach of Super Falcons, but little by little, he's beginning to warm his way to their heart after with these 2 friendlies. And now, imagine if we had to play extra, maybe 2 more matches now. The first match we lost, the second match we play draw, and the game begins to get better and better. By the time we play 2 more, at least this lady will get more. They will no longer lack cohesion.
The team work will be there.
Now we are going to the Nations Cup. I just hope that NFF will deem it fit by doing the right thing for this lady, because someone said that the attention we give to Super Eagles, if you can give just 30% of it to these ladies with what they've done so far, and also the Falconets, the Flamingos of Nigeria, and other sports, basketball, handball, volleyball, wrestling, para sport, Nigeria will be winning medals easily. We'll be achieving so many, because it's like we are giving 60 or 70% to Eagles and taking the remaining 30 for other sports plus Super Falcons, which is not too good.
Yeah, it's not too good, but unfortunately, the game of football is the football itself is beautifully bright when it comes to
but
sports.
the ladies are playing football.
Yeah, I know they are playing football, but the truth is, I don't know how to say this. It is everywhere in the world. Sincerely, there are more attention when it comes to the men's football than the female football.
Yeah, but at least
however,
you can close that gap.
We should close, exactly that's what I'm going to. We should try and close the gap. Not that we should neglect them totally. We should not recognize them. No, we shouldn't. Like the Canadian team, their prime minister went to visit them before the match.
Just a friendly.
Just a friendly. He was there to pay them an unscheduled visit before the match. So we don't have that. So there are better ways we can motivate these ladies. There are better ways we can do with other sports. Not that we should neglect others, we should give concentration to them, but we should bridge the gap. The gap is just too wide. And unfortunately, the so-called Super Eagles, they're not even giving us the mouth to even talk again. Nothing.
Except giving Nigerians hypertension at times, high blood pressure. Nigeria. I still remember, that should be like 15 days ago now, when this particular issue actually started. As at that time, the Nigerians were happy, prepared, and 250 million Nigerians, just like that, you dash their hope. It's so painful anytime you remember that particular match and how people suffered to even get into that stadium.
It's still painful.
Very, very painful.
I'm trying to remove it from my memory.
It's a wound that it will take time before it gets healed, because
I got to the stadium almost 3 hours before the match.
Can you imagine people standing from 2 p.m. till 8 p.m. at night, standing just to see what's going to happen, even when we're trailing? I'm
sure between that 2 p.m. to 8 p.m., you won't realize that you are standing. It's after we've lost the match that you get home, you're like, wow, Omo, I'm tired. That's it. But if you have won the match, it will have been something that you will not
You will remember.
You will remember. You won't feel it again.
Went through.
Because whatever you went through, they've given you that joy and that happiness to be happy about. So we suffered ourselves, they suffered us, and at the end of the day, we're going to be at home, and nothing has been done, only to do what? To play politics by saying that they are sacking the technical crew, and they are still remaining. Even if we have a new coach, the new coach will still work under this same NFF
till September.
September.
We've just been looking at Nigerian football, Nigerian sport generally. Now let's quickly look at the NPFL. Matches were played. 3 matches we actually played. Yeah, that was yesterday across 3 different stadia in Nigeria, where Akwa United defeated Shooting Stars 2-1 over then Uyo. Kwara United was 1-0 draw against Plateau United in non-central derby, and you have Gombe United. They did well at the Pantami Stadium, defeating Nasarawa United 3-1 in that game. And if you look at the way the table is standing in the NPFL right now, after those games, Akwa United are now 8 on the log with 32 points with a -1 goal difference, and you have Gombe trailing them on this 31 points after actually winning against Nasarawa United. Nasarawa are 11th right now. They are no longer standing 10. They moved down to 11 with 28 points with -1 goal difference, playing 22 matches. I have Shooting Stars 12th position with 27 points, minus 3 goal difference. And straight up, you look at all the games that we play. Kwara United are now 5th. They are 5th on the log with 35 points. Then Plateau United, who actually draw against them, are standing 2nd with just a point behind Rivers United.
Yeah, and the Plateau United, they missed the opportunity
of stage Rivers.
to upstage Rivers yesterday by playing draw against Kwara United. So I think what Plateau United needs to do right now is to make sure at least they didn't lose their match against Katsina United coming up much later. And if you look at what Plateau Rivers United have been doing, match drawn this season. So what they will do tomorrow, I'm very sure, is if they can't get a win, we'll go for a draw to make sure that we did not lose our position. I thought sincerely that it's an opportunity for Plateau United.
But Kwara United.
Also, Kwara United also, they've been doing very well. So I know it's going to be a very hard knock for them, but I think they needed more than the Kwara United to top the table. But the Kwara United shows the class they are made up of, that, okay, we're not going to give it to you. It is not us that used to come and count the point. So interesting game that we are seeing in the Nigerian Professional Football League, unlike before. Before the match,
team will have been running away
with 10 points, 15 points, 16 points. But now look at the stiff competition that we are seeing between the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, then even between the 6th to the 11th position. Also, there are still, anything can still happen. The game is still open.
It's still very open. We're looking at the MPFL match, the outstanding match for match day 22 there, where Aqua United, they were able to win against Shooting Stars in Uyo. And for Kwara United versus Plateau, ended in a draw, while Gombe United, they were able to do well, defeating Nasarawa 3-1. That's it on 360 Sports. I am Adeni Ajisafe. Joining me so far has been Olawale Peters. Thank you.
Well, it's my pleasure being here, and I hope the NFF, they will do the right thing by letting us know the criteria they use in shortlisting the 3 or the 4 people.
Hopefully, they will do that. Well, that's it. Once again, thanks for watching.